Chaz, to your left, where did this rivalry rank when you were growing up? Starting to play football, and has it hit different once that you're playing against the Gators?
I didn't grow up a Georgia fan, so it wasn't really big for me growing up. But once I'm here, you feel it. It's like Georgia Tech, it's like Florida. All of them you kind of feel a certain way about.
Chaz, what do you feel like allowed you guys as a defense to play as well as you did at Texas, and what needs to happen for you guys to have similar results on Saturday?
Yeah, it just came down to execution. We talked about it before the game. Obviously, there was interviews that led up to it, talking about the execution that we needed on defense. And, honestly, coming up into that game, we didn't feel like we played our best game at all on defense. And we would come out of each game thinking like we lost because we just didn't play up to our standard, and we finally played up to our standard that game.
Yeah, Chaz, to go back to Florida, Georgia hasn't won 4 in a row in this series since the 80s. The group you came in with could accomplish that with a win on Saturday. Just what would that mean to you and the rest of the the 21 class that you came in with?
Yeah, it's just a accomplishment in itself, to go 4-0 against any SEC team. Every single team in the SEC is capable of beating anybody every single weekend. Going 4-0 against one opponent is a great achievement.
Chaz, can you talk? What does it mean to have Mykel back on the field? And Kirby said he's still not 100% or wasn't 100%, but he was obviously effective. But what difference does he make for you guys?
Yeah, he's just his talent, his size, his speed. You can put him in a 4-8, you can make him stunt into the A gap, you can make him off the edge. He's just a versatile player. You can put him anywhere, and he just affects the game when he's in.
Yeah, Chaz, I was reading the packet that they provide us. Did you know that Naz is making his 36th consecutive start this weekend? And I guess, could you speak to what it requires for a defensive lineman in this conference to start 36 games in a row?
Yeah, it just takes toughness. First off, someone who plays his position knows that you're getting doubles every single week. You're having 600 pounds on you every single game day, and, for him to stay healthy and for him to be able to play through all those games is just a testament to his toughness.
Chaz, can we get a kind of a recap of your journey at Georgia and your development here, where you started and where you are now?
Coming in, I came in under a bunch of great players. They developed me to where I am today, and I still talk to them. Nolan kind of took me under his wing. Beal took me under his wing and just kind of, led me in the direction that I needed to go. Without those guys, I wouldn't be able to be in the place that I am now.
Just could you give us a little assessment of Florida's offense? Obviously, Lagway's now running the show at quarterback, and looks like the running back from Georgia really kicked it in gear here recently. What are you seeing from them? What do you got to do to defend them?
Yeah, you can look across the league about how a running quarterback affects the game. You go back to LSU, Texas A&M. It completely changed the dynamic of the game when the quarterback's able to run it. It makes you prepare for more stuff. We've struggled in the past with running quarterbacks, and we have to prepare and know what's coming, know the copycats that we're going to get, and just prepared, perfectly this week.
Talk about that you guys, weren't happy with where you were defensively before the Texas game. Was that a matter of not being locked in? Was it a bad matchup with Mississippi State? And, how do you bring it this week, you think?
It all goes back to execution. We looked at ourselves. We did self-scout. We went to the doctor, we call it, and we just looked at everything that, led to scores. We had too many penalties. We had too many busts. We didn't have great eyes. We worked on it very well throughout the week. Everybody was locked in throughout the week. It just always comes down to execution because Georgia only beats Georgia.
It's kind of an offbeat question, but the number 32 for a defensive end, is there a story behind that number? Or is that just what you got assigned, or anything special about it for you?
That's just what I've always worn. I always liked the players that worn it. I really liked Tyrann Mathieu when I was growing up. Not because I played his position, but I just like how he played the game.
Another question for Chaz? Got one wrong, right?
How's morale with Dan and Joenel, and what do you say to them knowing that as it stands right now, they won't be there for the first half, just kind of keep their spirits up, knowing when they do come in, they're going to be needed?
Yeah, I mean, it's football. It happens, and with the rules now, I mean, it's just going to happen. Both those were bang plays. Nobody really tried to spear anybody or hurt anybody. We just, got to work on technique and keeping our head out of the tackles. But, I mean, for those guys, it's going to be important for them to lead the younger guys, the guys who are stepping up in their places throughout the first half.
A minute ago, we had Aaron in here, and he was talking about bringing your own juice game because the pregame's a little bit different for this game than it is maybe an on-campus game. What are some things that you do or you can do, I guess, to maybe get the intensity going in the pregame?
Just don't rely on outside voices. Don't rely on anything else. I think we do a great job of getting each other ready before the game. Those pregame hits. Try to make it as real as possible, and just try and get everybody, just locked in. I mean, if you're not locked in, you're going to focus on outside things.
Okay, thank you, Chaz.
Thanks, Chaz.
Yep.
Yeah.